Good morning. Aloha from Florida. So I thought I'd just do a real quick review of my past 6 years, almost 7 years now, starting in 2017 when a Navy pilot came into my place of business, and through the sales process, I learned that he had been flying for the Navy for 5 years in Antarctica. When I said, man, you probably have some stories you could tell, huh? He said, you have no idea. I said, what do you mean? He said, I'll just tell you, Antarctica is not what they teach you that it is. It is not an ice continent on the bottom of a ball. I said, what are you talking about? So we had a good conversation. He told me some places to go research, and I did on YouTube. And back in 2017, you could find a lot of good things, a lot of good experiments and truth about flat Earth easily just with a generic search on YouTube. Nowadays, you have to punch in exactly the right channel. You have to spell it exactly right, and it will not come up. And even when the flat Earth content creators do come up, you have to then click on their video tab because it only shows 5 or 6 of their videos, not the hundreds that each of them have, or many of them have. So from that time on, I was like, wow, really? Seriously? The Earth is flat? No. So I listened to almost all of the overpaid pseudoscience priests. And after a while, I realized, wow, they're not giving any actual evidence for the globe. They're just making claims. They just have a lot of claims with no evidence. They just have pseudoscience belief and opinion, no fact. So after 3 or 4 months, I kind of realized, yeah, I think the Earth is flat. After 2 years, I said, yeah, the Earth is absolutely, definitely flat, and I started promoting it. So for those of you who've been on my Facebook page or been a friend with me on Facebook for the last several years, but actually the last 4 years, I've been promoting flat Earth pretty heavily. And I've learned a lot and still have a lot to learn. There's some things are still just a mystery, but here coming out 10/10/23 this year, I'll be in a documentary with Vika Drazev and some other guys talking about something from history, something that is true science, that absolutely is a proof for flat Earth and the system that we live in. It's undeniable, it's indisputable. You will not be able to debunk it. Just like airplane flights, you can't debunk them. You can say, oh, well, there's this anomaly flight from South America to, where is it? Australia, I think. And that's the only one that the globe has come up with. But meanwhile, every single day we have hundreds of flights proving the Earth is flat. They only work on the flat Earth map. All targeting in the military, all travel for land or sea, all uses the flat Earth map. Why? Because there is no curvature, there is no motion. You can allege that there's curvature, you can allege that there's motion, but you certainly can't prove it. Meantime, we have thousands of observable, measurable, repeatable things far in the distance that would be impossible to see if the Earth were a sphere with a 3,959 mile radius. I hear it's driving me crazy. Okay, so the fact that the Earth is flat has huge ramifications. It means that every government in the world is lying to humanity. It means every space agency in the world is lying to humanity. What happens when the truth gets out on a large scale? Right now, we're still the minority, obviously. I mean, I'd say 90% of people still believe the Earth is a spinning wet rock in outer space, an accidental explosion of nothing, a big bang, and you are a monkey person with no purpose and no meaning. Most people still buy into that. Even Christians and spiritual people of other religions still buy into the scientific nonsense of the Big Bang. Well, guess what? The globe is the baby of the Big Bang. If there was no Big Bang, there's no globe. And all these stories that they create, and the moon was a rock that hit the Earth, and it just... There's no terra firma in the sky. The moon is not solid. The sun is not solid. The gravity theory is out. There's no solid planets up there. Those wandering stars are simply some type of electromagnetism or sonoluminescence or, all the stars. They're not that far away either. You look up at them tonight, you're looking at the ceiling. Nothing physical gets past 60 or 70 miles over the surface of our flat and stationary Earth. There might be a lot beyond that. There might be, the stars and the sun might be 1,000 miles, 2,000, 3,000 miles away. We don't know. But we do know the heliocentric hypothesis is nonsense. It's full of massive contradictions and inconsistencies and even impossibilities. These speeds that they tell you the Earth is spinning at, rotating, and going around the sun, revolving at 66,600 miles per hour, that's kind of weird, don't you think? And then the whole system is going through the endless void of space at over 500,000 miles an hour. or 2 million miles an hour, whatever. These speeds are impossible. And you can't see it, you can't feel it, you can't detect it, you can't measure it because it is pseudoscience. So 10-10-23, come with me on a journey. Vika, I'm sure, is doing a great job editing and directing this film and putting it together. He's also the director of Flatten the Curve with the commercial and military pilots, the military professionals, the guys who navigate submarines, all proving with real-world applications that the Earth is flat and stationary. So, believe whatever you want to believe, but if you want to believe the truth, if the truth matters to you, research Flat Earth. Go to a Taboo Conspiracy. Go to Deep Inside the Rabbit Hole. Go to Flat Earth Sun Moon Zodiac Clock app. Go to Eddie Alencar's channel, Flat Earth Banjo USA Japan. Have a good day. God bless.